Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So as you guys can probably hear, I did get a new microphone yesterday. Thank you for all your comments in the comment section. They varied from, no, the mic sounds fine, a little bit of echo, to, are you recording in the bathroom? Which I obviously wasn't. Yeah, right, Working Money channel. No, I was using the built-in microphone on the computer, which does in fact leave you with a bit of echo. So I'm still adjusting the levels on this thing, but I hope today's video sounds a lot better than yesterday's. Guys, as you can see, the Bitcoin trend is starting to move up. We're finding support. It's looking as though Bitcoin has found its bottom. Now, I'm not going to jinx it and say that this is the bottom for sure, but this is the Bitcoin trend on the daily. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin is now moving up once again. If I put Bitcoin here on the hourly, you guys can see we are starting to make higher lows. So that is a positive sign. At this point now, the goal is to get back above that $68,000 mark. So $68,000 for all intents and purposes, that is roughly about, only about 7.5% off the all-time high that we recorded back in the middle of the month. It's looking as though right now we are about 11% now off that all-time high. So Bitcoin did dip down about 17.6%. And now, guys, we're only down roughly 12% off that all-time high. But it is looking positive. The trend is looking positive. Of course, the fear and greed index is still in the 70s. We're sitting at 75 for greed. Market cap is at 2.48 trillion. That is up a little bit, 1.01%. 24-hour volume, guys, that's still down. So we're not seeing a lot of trading activity, really. And Bitcoin dominance still holding on 51.7%. Again, guys, this number is going to change once we do see that altcoin rally near the end. My assumption is near the end, generally when we see that altcoin rally. If I bring up the Bitcoin dominance chart, you guys can see that in full swing. So Bitcoin dominance, you guys can see, tends to move down at the top of the altcoin run. It happened in late December, early January 2018, right in around here. That's when XRP saw its all-time high. And then it happened again right over here. Okay, that was in and around February, March, April, May. That was at another point when, that was at another point when altcoins were making their highs. So at this point in time, Bitcoin still has to make a new all-time high. So once we do see that, I think we're going to see Bitcoin come up here and then eventually plummet. And guys, this is likely going to happen over the next few months. This is what we have seen in the past right now. Again, like I said, we aren't seeing too much activity in the space. Bitcoin's only up about 1%. Ethereum up just over 0.5%. We've got XRP. That's actually doing, not too bad compared to the rest of the market, up 2.18%. And so, we're seeing a mix of red and green. Profit takers are taking profits off some of these altcoins, perhaps rotating. The other thing you have to be wary of, guys, do not rotate profits for too long. Do not rotate your profits indefinitely, because you will be undoubtedly holding the bag at the top. I've seen this happen before, and embarrassingly enough, it did happen to me in the last bull run. And so this time, guys, I'm doing things different. I do have a different plan, a very different strategy. And if you guys want to follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, it is only $5 a month. I'm taking you through my trading journey. I'm showing all my Patreon subscribers what I'm trading in the $10,000 plus portfolio. There are over 15 coins. I think there's just over 15 coins now that I've diversified in alongside my legacy portfolio, which does include Bitcoin, XRP, and a whole bunch of other cryptocurrencies. And some of those coins, the best part about this is that some of those coins are still sitting under the cost average of what I paid for them back in the spring. So some of these cryptocurrencies are doing quite well. Others still have to pop. XRP right now, as of the time of this recording, as I said, it's been doing okay, sitting at 63 cents. So still formulating that upward trend. But guys, we're still a ways away, about 1 month till the halving. So that's going to be very, very exciting. Another great project, guys, is VeChain. This one from Michael Branch. VeChain has hit another milestone. Over 3 million VET wallet addresses are now active on the VeChain Thor blockchain. So check this out. The VeChain Thor blockchain development has reached a significant milestone by reaching all-time high levels of activity on the chain. Specifically, the platform has witnessed the creation of over 3 million unique VeChain wallet addresses, marking a pivotal moment in its growth trajectory. This noteworthy accomplishment demonstrates a remarkable surge of 50% within the span of just 1 year and 1 month. So that is a huge amount of VeChain activity in just over a year. It further highlights the growing adoption and widespread popularity of the VeChain ecosystem amongst users globally. So guys, another huge milestone, VeChain reaching 3 million unique VeChain addresses. Another one of those cryptocurrencies that I love to talk about because I love it. It's a double-edged sword, guys. Here, let me bring up The Bitfinex chart, one of those cryptocurrencies that not only performs well in a spec market, but also has that real world utility sitting behind it. So VeChain at its bottom in the bear market was trading in and around 1.5 cents, and that cryptocurrency has grown already by 170%. We're seeing a nice retracement here on the chart, and full disclosure, it is part of my legacy portfolio, and actually one of the cryptocurrencies, only one that is part of the $10,000 plus portfolio that you can find at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. We already did see a high for VeChain going up to 5 cents roughly. So from that bottom, guys, that is already about 260%. Actually, technically the bottom's down here, 312%. If you want to count from there, but from support, general support down here, about 245%, give or take. So great news there. Interested to see how this project continues developing. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Guys, I happen to see this too from Mr. Man. Coreum advances blockchain interoperability with XRPL bridge. So enhanced liquidity. The Coreum blockchain now integrated with 100 plus IBC enabled chains. The enhanced interoperability sets the stage for a seamless DeFi experience, bringing an interconnected digital economy. And as you guys can see, they are linked with the XRP ledger. So interoperability, of course, part of the game. The benefits offered by the blockchain technology continue to pique the interest of the non-crypto domain, known for its immutability, transparency, and traceability. Blockchain has a profound impact on the enterprise world, of course. So the interoperability with the XRPL network, that is the thing that I'm most interested in. Coreum's been an interesting, high-profile XRPL-related project. Their Layer 1 blockchain designed for scalability, security, and interoperability aims to overcome integration challenges between ecosystems, especially the XRP ledger. Known for its decentralized open-source structure, XRPL excels in providing fast, energy-efficient transactions and houses its native coin, XRP. So with the bridge connecting Coreum and the XRP ledger, developers have the opportunity now to create interoperable decentralized applications. The development of new dApps has the potential to increase liquidity and improve the utility and accessibility of the XRPL even further. So that is, again, what I'm interested in when we see, more development accessing the XRP ledger, or rather being interoperable with the XRP ledger. This just means more demand for the native cryptocurrency XRP. And considering we're seeing more success with the Coreum project, that is likely going to drive more demand to the XRP ledger for the native cryptocurrency XRP. So the interoperability is key. Because the developers on the XRP ledger have made that their main focus, we are now seeing big projects like this providing enhanced liquidity across now 100 plus IBC enabled chains. So some great news there. Wanted to thank Mr. Man for posting that. Also wanted to bring to you guys a public service announcement, actually from one of my Patreon subscribers. He sent this to me. It was regarding a video I did on the Atlantis exchange. So I don't know if you guys remember that video. I will link it up here. He wanted to let you guys know to be wary. He did open an account with the new Atlantis exchange, and he says it is a scam. I only tested a few shares, so I was not hurt. The shares never show and only went to the apparent fraudulent wallet that they produce. So guys, do not open an account on the Atlantis exchange. I have kept this viewer's identity masked for privacy purposes. He says, I'm hoping you research this and warn your followers, as some may see that this fake arbitrage is real. The reason I am not posting in your comments is that my personal information is easily accessible via my YouTube channel, and for safety reasons, I prefer to remain anonymous. So again, I wanted to thank this viewer. Obviously wanted to keep his information anonymous here, but I did want to put out this warning to you guys. It did seem too good to be true, right? An XRP worth $113 per coin. So I guess we'll see if we can find more information on that. I will obviously update you guys if I do hear more, but did wanted to thank this particular viewer for bringing this to our attention, because, there are going to be more scams in this space. I keep saying this, right? Scam, scam, scam. We're going to see more and more of those. And this is why I personally am keeping my cryptocurrency safe on a Ledger Nano. Now, I do have an affiliate link in the description of every video I do. So you can click on that link if you guys are looking for a cold wallet storage solution. I put the link in every video. You can use my link if you want. You don't have to use it. I get accused sometimes of saying, oh, you're just pumping the ledger. I don't care if you use my link or not. I mean, it's greatly appreciated. Don't get me wrong. It does help support the channel, obviously. But I put it there because I want people to know that they can have full control over their cryptocurrency and not be susceptible to shady exchanges. Or even, in this, the example of Coinbase going down during every high volume crypto event. So make sure you have access. Make sure you can on and offboard your cryptocurrency. I personally use the Ledger Nano. I personally have 2 of them. And not only that, I'm going to be giving 2 away, guys, at the beginning of April. So if you are not subscribed yet to Working Money Channel, please do subscribe. You will be eligible for a free Ledger Nano. We did reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers, so I wanted to thank you all again for that. But if you don't want to wait for the giveaway and you just want to purchase one again, I do have a link in the description of the video for you guys. And, sometimes it's not scammers. Sometimes you may lose your cryptocurrency because applications have not been thoroughly vetted. This one coming from Ripple X. Now, we recently got news that the AMMs did finally launch, but guys, they've identified a discrepancy in a few AMM pools in which transactions are not executing as intended. Our engineering team is working to resolve the issue alongside community participants. Out of an abundance of caution, it's best not to deposit new funds into AMM pools for now. And those holding LP tokens should consider redeeming them. We'll provide updates on this thread as soon as possible. So this coming directly from Ripple X. There has been a problem that has been noted. Vet here on Twitter also commenting there's a potential bug with the current XRP Ledger automated market maker. Out of caution, please do not deposit any XRP into the AMM pool until further notice. And Panos here also commenting, stop using the AMM. All interfaces, do not deposit any new funds. Redeem whatever you have deposited immediately. We are waiting for Ripple's statement. Until then, stay safe and do not interact with the automated market maker. And Ho down here saying, sorry, just noticed this message. So how can I redeem if I can't even manage to access a Nodo's website? And Panos responding here, until we enable it again, you can redeem through other interfaces available. And then he gives some resources here. So yeah, I mean, looks as though there still needs to be some tweaking with the AMMs. And this is why, guys, I personally, and I mean, this is just a personal thing, I don't touch my cryptocurrency. I keep it on a Ledger Nano. In the case of the $10,000 plus portfolio, I'm trading it on the BITRUE exchange. So in that case, I do have some cryptocurrency there. But other than that, I do keep my cryptocurrency safe in cold storage. I'm just not a fan of, this kind of thing, this, you can stake and you can put your crypto here and put it there. I mean, I know some people like it. I personally am in it for the trading. That's just me, though. Panos here even commenting, I see many people are still confused on how the AMMs work and are not very familiar with DEXs in general. You should take this step by step and don't rush anything. You mostly learn by practicing and playing with small amounts. Get skin in the game, try everything you can with tiny amounts. You don't care losing, and that's how you will learn how everything works. I will continue writing posts, threads, and connect for the AMM and all those concepts, and you'll find all that at Anodos Finance. We are working on guides and videos and tutorials. So again, I will link this video in the description for you guys. That's not to say that the AMM doesn't have massive potential. So Trades a lot here commenting on this. For the record, I am massively bullish on liquidity tokens at the moment. Remember what David Schwartz said on the day of launch? It should also compare it to a DEX trade to buy the liquidity tokens. Right now, there aren't many DEX offers for liquidity tokens, but I expect that is just a matter of time. Here he's also pointed out that, they are urging traders to redeem their liquidity tokens. Here, there's another one too saying withdrawals are working. You can redeem your LP tokens. And over here as well, there is a potential bug with the current XRP Ledger automated market maker. Out of an abundance of caution, don't deposit anything, as I mentioned this tweet already from Vet, until further notice. And if you own LP tokens, consider redeeming them. So these tokens are going to be massively useful in the future. I'm so happy that I do own utility tokens on top of the $10,000 plus portfolio from Patreon. Some of those tokens are utility coins, but guys, some of them I just purchased for pure profit potential. But as for liquidity tokens and real-world utility, you got to look at other strategies. Now, this is interesting coming from subjective views. This is Peter Kirstens, advisor for the financial sector of digitalization and cybersecurity at the European Commission. And listen to how he describes the early days of cryptocurrencies. Apparently, there were meetings back in the early days with New York Fed bankers alongside libertarians and lunatics. Listen to this.
House. And I'll now give you an anecdote. The very, very, very first meeting I had about blockchain was in the Financial Stability Board's Financial Innovation Network. And it was a meeting in the New York Fed, in the basement of the New York Fed, a very austere building. And on the one side of the room, there were central bankers, looking like central bankers look. And you can make your own picture as to what a central banker looks like. There's a few, or there's at least one in the room, and he doesn't look anything like a central banker. But they looked very much at a piece. And on the other side, there were hoodie-wearing geniuses, lunatics, libertarians, blockchain folk.
Libertarians are lunatics, said the official of the European Commission.
I'm not saying that the libertarians were lunatics. I said they were lunatics and libertarians. And they sort of said, well, we're developing this blockchain and Bitcoin and what have you, and this is the demonstration that there is absolutely no need for central banks. This is the end of central banking, which I thought was quite an entertaining and interesting position to put forward, especially at the New York Fed, in a room full of central bankers. Clearly, the central bankers had no idea what these people were talking about. And clearly, these hoodie-wearing libertarians and lunatics had no idea what central banks did and why central banks are important. And if we didn't have central banks now, I'm sure that they will end up being created to control the risk. In the same way, will DLT be important for competitiveness? If we didn't have financial market infrastructure now, imagine Jens walks into this office tomorrow and there's nothing there. An empty building, no computers, no nothing. And Jens's boss, assuming he has a boss, tells him, you have to build infrastructure. I am absolutely convinced that DLT will be a much bigger part of the technology stack Jens will use than he currently does. Because, of course, now they're sitting on huge amounts of legacy infrastructure, which is working okay, so you're not going to throw it overboard. But if you have to start from a clean slate, I'm convinced that DLT would be a much, much bigger part of the technology stack.
Very, very interesting comment there from Peter Kirstens, an advisor for the financial sector of digitalization. They had this meeting way back when the Bitcoin people came in, but they knew also about distributed ledger technology. Now, what's interesting here is Susan Anthony's retort, retweeting out Wheezy's tweet from July of 2022. And if you guys didn't catch the video I did on this, of the 4 Satoshis, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. I'm not going to replay you guys this clip. But, essentially what this insinuated, and these were government officials, a special agent from Homeland Security was saying in a presentation that the government did in fact meet with Satoshi Nakamoto, all 4 of them. We met with all 4 of them. So it's interesting. I'm curious to see, as Susan puts it down here, how this timeline does coincide. If the European central bankers were also meeting with these Bitcoin proponents and Bitcoin developers is what I'm assuming in the early days. Another peculiar thing that the XRP community has noticed was this from Chad Steingraber here, retweeting out XRP drops his tweet, ex-Rippler Robert Mitchnick, and the timeline, guys. This goes all the way back to 2016, and I think that's when Robert Mitchnick was at Ripple. Listen to this.
Here with Robbie Mitchnick, who is the head of digital assets over at BlackRock. Thanks so much for taking the time here with us today.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I mean, first of its kind event that we're seeing here in New York for Bitcoin Investor Day. You got to tell us, for BlackRock and how you're approaching and looking at and exploring Bitcoin and cryptocurrency more broadly. I mean, how did the conversation really matriculate within the firm?
Yeah, well, this has been a multi-year journey for us, starting back really 2016 kind of time frame. And as this space and this asset class has evolved over multiple years, from an infrastructure perspective, from a regulatory perspective, from a client interest and focus perspective, you've seen our strategy kind of evolve with that to take us to the point where we are today.
And so when you think about education and how you go out to so many of your clients that are out there, what those discussions entail, I mean, what is the education that they already come forward with? And then where do you kind of take it one step further as well?
Yeah, well, our clients are at kind of all stages of the journey, right? As you can imagine. So with some clients, they're at a very advanced stage. They already hold Bitcoin, sometimes positions in multiple crypto assets, and they're looking for our perspectives on market dynamics and what we're seeing in terms of portfolio construction and other considerations. And others are much earlier in the journey. This is a new topic for them, and they want to understand kind of the fundamentals and the technology and how it works. And so we have those conversations across the spectrum.
So guys, I'm going to leave it there. What I was most interested in was when Robbie Mitchnick said this started back in 2016. Now, Mitchnick worked at Ripple in 2017 and in 2018, and then he started working for BlackRock. This is the fundamental valuation framework for crypto assets, authored by Robert Mitchnick and Susan Athey. This was from June 2018, and then earlier versions of this paper were drafted from the beginning of July 2017. You guys can see that down there. And this is the original proposal and the original outline for the XRP price calculator. I will link this all in the description of the video for you guys. But it is interesting because Robbie Mitchnick did say 2016, that was the time when this journey really began. So did this include Ripple and XRP even way back in 2016? Digital Asset Investor posted this. Okay, another great tweet from XRP drops. According to Ido Farina's post, the LinkedIn profile of Robbie Mitchnick has now removed his time, or his time at Ripple has been removed from his LinkedIn profile. So you guys can see here, managing director at BlackRock from August 2018 to present. We've got co-founder and chairman of Q4Q Beer Company, CPP Investment Board, Smith School Board, but guys, no Ripple. So that to me is very, very strange. Even Digital Asset Buy saying so Mitchnick doesn't want anyone to know he worked for Ripple, where he came up with the fundamental valuation framework for XRP. Now we are supposed to believe that he really went and sold Larry Fink on Bitcoin, but just didn't discuss the piles of money they could make with an XRP ETF, which Fink can't talk about, by the way. So is there something else brewing? Mitchnick has let the cat out of the bag. This has been something that they've been discussing since 2016.
Well, this has been a multi-year journey for us, starting back really 2016 kind of time frame.
That's right, 2016, straight from the horse's mouth. So guys, it sounds as though this has been in the making for a very long time, and it sounds as though XRP is poised for that real-world utility coming around the corner. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.